again, no. I get really upset all the time because I don't know whereabouts we're going to go. Kat's just asked me, do you reckon we're going to go into care and everything? And I was like, no, Dad won't let us. And he goes, well, what if Dad can't cope anymore? When we lived in the hostel, the lady who was staying, she said, look, she went into care, and they said, look, she'll be able to come back out, and she never got out until she was older. I'm always worrying about, like, if they can just come in and take me. But everyone's saying different. My dad said they can't, and my head of year said they can.
Can't I get off the wall?
But I don't know who to believe. I just want a house. I don't want to keep moving about. I just want a house and stay in the house.
Stay in the house.
The school seem to be very understanding with what's going on. My plan was to keep them off of school because we're scared and everything like that. But me and Leanne reached a decision this morning that we think that the best thing would be for them to be at school so we can try and get some sort of accommodation secured for the weekend. So, you know, they've got somewhere to come home to rather than just roaming around all day, not knowing what's going on and everything.
Minehead Council has told the family it will not help them with their housing problems, so Lee calls the homelessness charity Shelter for help.
But we are literally homeless today, and it's very hard for me because obviously I've got 4 young children, and me and my partner are both petrified of our children being taken away from us. But obviously I've got to try and secure something for my children and my family for the weekend anyway. I've got to do something, but I don't know which way to turn.
Shelter's advice is to go to a different local authority to try to get emergency housing. The nearest is Taunton, 25 miles southeast of Minehead.
If I was to try and tackle the one in Taunton, then obviously my children could still come to Minehead to go to school because I could sort out some way of getting them to school each day.
I don't want to leave Minehead.
We haven't got a choice, darling. We've got to do this for the kids. Yeah, we won't be leaving. We'll still come to school in Minehead, but we've got to get somewhere to live quick. Otherwise we're on the streets and the kids will be taken. We can't let that happen. Right, we've got to go back at 2 o'clock and see someone called Chris Forward and have an interview with him. They've taken all their details and everything, and at 2 o'clock is when he'll be there to be able to see us, and then we'll be able to find out more. Can't really say much at the moment because we don't know much. We've got to come back at 2. Right, we're none the wiser at the moment because we saw the Chris Forward, and obviously he had to go back to the fax through to get some information from Minehead, but because of the time, I phoned up the man from Shelter head office and explained to him that I've got to get back to Minehead to get my children. Just hope and pray that he phones me back very soon with an offer, preferably before I get the kids out of school, so I can tell the kids that we've got somewhere to go to.
I want my chick.
It's now 6 o'clock on a Friday evening, and the family still have nowhere to go.
So everyone's freezing at the moment. I've given the kids basically the clothes I've got on to keep them warm.
Lee is on the phone to Shelter. The charity is threatening to take the council to court unless the family is housed over the weekend.
He's trying his hardest for us. He's pushing it through, and what he's trying to do is get in touch with a judge tonight, and hopefully the judge will then sort something out for us, and hopefully we'll get put somewhere tonight to get something sorted out. You know, we've only got to hold out for, what's the time? 2 hours probably, and then hopefully if the judge makes that decision that we're all being treated wrongly, or, you know, we've got to just hang out together, yeah? We've all got to hold on together, all of us, all right? Okay? All right, all of us, come on. Keep warm, snuggle up, snuggle up.
Are we staying here for 2 hours? No.
At 6:45 p.m, social services confirmed that they will pay for a bed and breakfast over the weekend. Cold and hungry, the family are given 3 more nights reprieve. But Charlotte has been having her own problems at school.
I was in the girls' toilets and this girl come in and she goes, "You're just a dirty, homeless tramp." And I started crying. And I just felt really upset because it ain't my fault or anything.
Homeless children are twice as likely to be bullied at school as their peers. But Charlotte's greatest worry is her mum's mental health as the uncertainty continues.
All the while we're like this, she's never going to get better because it's just more stress, and stress ain't good for her.
It's Monday morning. Charlotte and Curtis are in school in Minehead. The rest of the family is 25 miles away in Taunton, having more meetings at the local council. Lee is on the phone to shelter for help once again.
We were prepared to take them to court on Friday night if they didn't accommodate you then. I think if they don't accommodate you tonight, then I'd be very optimistic that we will be successful in making an application to the court.
And would they take my children into care with the emergency team, or would they keep the family together?
Clearly, there is that possibility. But what I'm hopeful about and what we're trying to do is get the Homeless Persons Unit to accept a responsibility towards you and your family.
Right.
But that will mean that you don't have to apply to the Social Services Department.
Right,
All right?
okay then. Okay then,
That's what
thanks
we're
a
going
lot.
to have to do.
And
Cheers.
I'll
Okay.
give you a ring as soon as I come out of the council
Yeah.
offices this afternoon.
Or I'll
then.
ring you.
Okay then,
one way
thanks
or
a
the
lot.
other.
Thanks,
Okay, we'll
Chris.
see.
Taunton Council eventually offers to pay for a hotel for the family, but only for 7 days, while its Homeless Persons Unit investigates whether the family intentionally made itself homeless. But shortly after the film crew phones the hotel to ask permission to come with the family, the council calls to say the rooms are no longer on offer.
They're a commercial business and they don't want to be involved with any fly-on-the-wall documentary.
So what am I supposed to do tonight? Because I've got young children and I'm homeless.
Well, I can contact social services.
No, because I don't want my children to be taken away.
Well, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Well,
As I said, they'd make an assessment.
Yeah, an assessment of my children to take them into care, and I don't need my children going into care. We just need to get somewhere to put a
Okay.
roof over our heads.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we won't be providing you with accommodation tonight, okay?
Right, okay, so what do I do in the meantime then?
Well, you need to find your own alternative accommodation because we can't offer you anything at this stage, I'm afraid. So if you want to come into the office tomorrow, then I'll be happy to see you, okay?
Okay then.
Okay then,
Right,
bye-bye.
bye.
The hotel did eventually agree to take the family in, on condition it was not identified in any way in the film.
I said open the door now.
They now have a roof over their heads in Taunton for 1 week.
Curtis or Charlotte, could you have your shower? Connor?
We're still like sort of scared because like where are we gonna go and like what's gonna happen to us kids and that. 'Cause we ain't tramps, we just like ain't got a house or nothing because of like what happened. And we're not tramps though, because like we can still like get all our clothes washed and everything, look decent for school and that, and like out of school. If someone's like been there like us, they'll know how we feel and that, but if they haven't, then they just don't know how you feel. And they'll just think it's just a big game or something, or just a big joke or something. But it ain't.
The children are now living 25 miles from their schools in Minehead.